away they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
This is Sharp Money with Patrick Maher on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
The big guy spilling tea. It's Kentucky Derby time. Are you ready for the greatest 2 minutes in sports? Saddle up with DK Horse, an official DraftKings affiliate. Right now, new customers who download the DK Horse app can get a 100% deposit bonus up to $250 when they opt in with the code VSiNHorse, all one word. Just deposit $25 or more and complete the playthrough requirement. Download the DK Horse app now to join the Run for the Roses action. Only on the DK Horse app, which is who is bringing you our special broadcast, a Kentucky Derby broadcast. We'll be in for Lombardi Line on Saturday. Me and Aaron Halterman from RacingDudes.com, and it is going to be brought to you by DK Horse, getting you set up for the 150th running of the Kentucky Derby at legendary Churchill Downs. Big guy.
No pressure for our boy Mike Somich. Everyone around here, Mike Palm said it earlier on the show, everyone just waiting to find out what horse Mike likes, because Mike hit a winner year one with the network last year with Mage, so everyone's like, all right, whatever Somich says, that's what we're betting.
Well, Somich will be on the last segment of the program, so you can hear it on our little broadcast, and then he's going to be on the handle with more Kentucky Derby information. So there you have it.
Boom.
That's
fired up. Get it all over you.
Mike Somich, a good addition to the network.
Yeah, he's done a pretty solid job.
The videos. Get your little pen and paper ready. I was having fun with the big guy. It looks like he might lose a baseball bet, and I said, keep betting baseball, big guy. And he said, no, I'm having a great day. So
I am.
He's feeling it today in that Hawaiian shirt.
Day baseball is a great mood shifter. It can either help your day or hurt your day. Right now, things are going well thanks to the Bravos in the first five. We are sweating, though. The run to potentially ruin things in the fifth in Phillies Angels is on third base with one out. Zach Wheeler hasn't been as pinpoint as you'd like him to be, so need to get out of this. That could be dangerous.
I would like him to be more pinpoint.
Jaffiel?
It's time for it's time for a legendary. The big guy is a legend. I hope you guys know that. That guy on the right hand of your screen, legend.
With a very full mustache.
Yes, that was penciled in during the last segment. Okay, it's time for Noops Christensen, Hoops with Noops over at FTN. He's first up. He's got a basketball prop in the NBA for you tonight, and here's Noops's family vid.
Hey, folks, this is Alex Noops Christensen for Sharp Money, one of the very best shows you can find on VSiN, and I'm here today to share with you one of my favorite player props for tonight. We're going to look at the Boston Celtics Miami Heat matchup and Jason Tatum, his points and rebounds combined. The market right now offering 37.5. I am well under this number. Using our model over at FTN, we've got Jason Tatum projected almost 5 points below his points total, almost 3 rebounds below his rebounds total. Put the two together, and you're looking at a very nice edge, again, on under 37.5 points and rebounds for Jason Tatum, only averaging 33.5. His role, much more of a passer and creator in this series. So the usage is different. Let's take advantage and go under on Jason Tatum, points plus rebounds at 37.5.
I love Noops. Noops makes me happy. By the way, that falls in line with Covers.com's John Metler, who liked the under, and the FTN model matched up with that on the under points for Tatum tonight as well at 27.5.
Yeah, and I think that plays a role in this potentially being a blowout. And Tatum just doesn't have to do that much in the fourth quarter. I think that's a smart play.
Okay. Look at him checking out the phone. Did you just get a match on Match.com?
No, my Brazilian trainer, look, he's a good guy, but...
no, he's not. He's a weirdo.
Well, he's going to get me on anabolic steroids soon. Things are going to change. But he sending me texts about things. And apparently there's something happening at the gym where it's on the news. So he told me to look at the news.
Okay. Check out the news while we play you Bobby Stanley Jr.'s prop for tonight in the NBA postseason. Of course, picks-wise, Bobby Stanley Jr., the Prop Shop Discord, and you can find him at Prop Holiday on Twitter. Here's Bobby Stanley's family vid.
Bob Stanley here with Sharp Money, giving my favorite NBA player prop for Wednesday, May 1st. We're finally in May. I'm on Russell Westbrook tonight. Over 3.5 rebounds, it's minus 118. There is no Kawhi Leonard. That's a big part of this handicap here, because when I look at the on-off stats for the Clippers in this series, Russ is third on the team in total rebounds, second in rebounding rate with Kawhi off the floor. Now, he's hit it in 2 of 4 games this series. Both of those games came at home in Staples. Yes, it is Staples.
And we welcome you to Bob Duff Field here in Canfield High School, as Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 Network are proud to bring to you Poland Bulldogs men's lacrosse here on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Sunny skies and 82 degrees for the second game of the week for the Bulldogs. And they'll be trying to forget all about Monday night as they rebound here and take on the 8-3 Canfield Cardinals. Poland will be coming in at 4-6. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with the coach, Bob Gessler. Justin Carnaby joining us at some point here as we get ready for this Wednesday evening game. And the Bulldogs finishing their season out with their last 2 games. They'll take on Canfield tonight, and they will meet the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals next week on May 7th to round out the 2024 regular season campaign. And, Coach, you've been through some wins, losses. After you take a loss like that on Monday, you got to kind of get them focused and get them back to where they need to be. Not always an easy task.
Yeah, no, you got to talk them up a bit, and, you got to look at some positive stuff. And, there's just Pachero for them is just, for Boardman, he stands out. And I think he had 3 or 4, maybe 5 goals in that game. And, he's a standout player, and, he's fast. He reads stuff. So Poland just got to adjust. They got to forget about it. Okay, game's over. Let's concentrate on Canfield, and we'll do what we got to do here.
Starters being introduced here at Bob Dove Field in Canfield. Connor Mold making his way to the field. He'll be one of the players to watch. He and Cole Eaton on the attack are the leading scorers for the Poland Bulldogs. Both pretty much shut down on Monday. Tonight they'll be looking to rebound here and get the win over Canfield. We'll take a look at the starters for the Canfield Cardinals. And it'll be on midi. It'll be Will Thomas, number 4, to be number 10. Dylan Kemp, number 13. Max Billick. Number 15, Scotty Tucker. Number 18, Parker Alquist. Number 19, Peyton Nottingham. Number 22, Ethan Remby. Number 34, Nate Ross Vanis. Number 44, Adam Omron. Number 61, Santino Coca. And the one we'll be watching tonight, of course, will be number 56, Charlie Boris. Charlie, only a sophomore, but having an outstanding freshman year. Even better here in a sophomore year. Big, strong, fast. He's the one you got to protect the slot from. Taking the face-offs, coach, here, and that's been a problem for Poland. Has been defending that slot right after the face-offs, and he is going going to be a handful today.
Yeah, it's just it's unfortunate. I mean, our defense has got to just squeeze that down, and we got to cut off that straight right to the net because we didn't do a very good job the last time with it. So we've got to do a lot better job, and we got to shut them down, and then let the pieces fall to where they may. But we've got to do a better job defensively.
Take a look at the starters for Poland. It'll be number 0, Jacob Zura. Number 2, Josh Maseko. Number 3, Alex Cook. Number 6, Connor Mold. Number 8, Cole Eaton. It'll be Jake Rothenbuehler defensively. Max O'Brien, number 10. George Malis, the face-off specialist. He'll be wearing number 11. It'll be Jason Ike, number 15. Number 17, Nick Blanche. Number 23, Ralph Mold. He will be in the net for the Poland Bulldogs this afternoon. And the Bulldogs come in at 4-6. Canfield at 8-3. Playoffs coming up here just right around the corner here. As Canfield will be starting in the cage to our left and Poland to our right. And in net for the Canfield Cardinals, it'll be Peyton Nottingham. Actually, going to take the face-off for Canfield tonight will be Dylan Kemp. He'll be taking this against George Malis. Midfield draw coming up here as we get this one started. 12 minutes up on the board. First quarter action here at Bob Dove Field in Canfield. And Kemp going to win this one cleanly. Trying to make his way in, but Cole Eaton actually going to slow him down on this one. Kemp going to wait for Boris to make his way to the field. They'll send this one over to Scotty Tucker. Tucker now going to roll this one up top. Wait for Boris to reset. Kemp coming back on the field as Canfield will get set. We'll watch the matchup today as it'll be a man defense for Poland. Blanche now from behind the net. Trying to take the net away. Craven going to step up on Boris. Boris going to work this one back to Kemp up top. Kemp trying to get around Josh Maseko, and he'll have to send this one back over to Max Billick. Billick sending this back to the X. With Nick Blanche on defense. Blanche doing a good job stepping in there, taking the lane away. Again, Canfield being patient there. They'll have Kemp back up top. Kemp dropping this off to Tucker. Tucker down low, try to connect on the pass. Going to be loose. Poland going to step in, try to pick it up. Still loose on the turf. And it's going to be picked up by Canfield. Parker Allquist on the recovery for the Cardinals. Scotty Tucker with the ball now. He'll reset the Canfield offense. He'll have Kemp next to him. He and Kemp will switch positions out from the up high on the attack. Craven now stepping up. He'll be one-on-one with Boris. You're going to see a lot of that tonight. Boris now sending this back down to the X. And Billick trying to work his way around Zura. Boris stepped in for a pick, but now he'll pick up the ball, try to send it around. Craven giving him a hard time, and it's going to take a golf shot, but it's going to go out of bounds. And this should remain Canfield's ball. 10-14 left here, first quarter, no score. I'm actually going to say Poland's ball on that. Interesting.
I'll tell you what, good job on the defense for Poland. They've done an outstanding job so far, shutting them down.
Craven with the ball now, bring it into the offensive zone. He'll step back, send it over to Connor Mold. Mold, he's going to step back, wait for the defense. Alex Cook making his way to the field. Send that over to Cole Eaton. Eaton going to wait for George Malis. Malis going to work his way down low. Eaton trying to work to the inside, but he'll be forced to send this over to Ike. Ike going to work this over to Sobrian. Sobrian to Cook. Cook looking for the shot, trying to work inside. Nothing there. He'll send it back to Connor Mold, the sophomore, who hit the 50-goal mark just a couple of games ago. Cole Eaton now working around the perimeter. Trying to work to the inside, working around Remdy. Remby going to force him to move the ball around. It's going to be picked up by Canfield, and it'll be Nottingham. They will send this one. Well, he'll take a second. And Nottingham going to walk this one out himself. He'll have Jason Ike in front of him. He'll get the clear all the way downfield. Picked up by Poland. They'll send this back into the offensive zone. It's going to be Connor Mold. Mold, though, going to have to step back. No bodies there. No blue jerseys. So we have to wait for Cole Eaton, Alex Cook, and Malis to make their way to the field.
On those fast breaks, we've got to make position changes a lot faster, Jim.
And that's been a problem, that transition, when Poland has been able to get the turnovers. Connor Mold trying to work to the inside. He's going to take the shot. And Nottingham going to stop that. Peyton Nottingham with the save.
I watched Nottingham in the pregame, and I'll tell you what, he's very, oh boy.
Boris to the slot. Pass it over the middle. Couldn't connect on it. It's going to go out of bounds. Poland will take over. And Ralph Mold will bring this out for the Poland Bulldogs.
Sorry, people. He had the seam wide open. We didn't have enough guys back as they pushed it downfield.
Mold now going to send this one out to the far side to Zura. Zura going to send this one up to Blanche. Blanche trying to work this into the offensive zone. He'll have to drop it. And he'll give it to Connor Mold. Both teams are being very patient. No rush here. Cook will make his way in. Eaton from the high corner here, trying to work to the inside. Takes a shot, and it's going to go wide of the cage, out of bounds. Poland will maintain possession. 7:42 left here, first quarter. No score.
I like what they're doing offensively, Jim. They're attacking big time.
Ike now going to bring this out, send it up high to Cole Eaton. Eaton to the near corner. Trying to work to the inside, takes a shot, and Nottingham with another nice save for the Canfield Cardinals. And he'll take his time on the clear. And he'll send this one all the way downfield. He was trying to find Weber, but it'll be recovered by Will Thomas. Thomas sending it in the slot, trying to get the shot off, but Parker Allquest couldn't turn around to get one off. Allquest now from behind the net. He'll have Blanche in front of him.
Blanche did a good job on that because he had a shot and Blanche covered him up.
Of course, in football, Coach, we know this is the battle of 224. Yeah. One of the really good rivalries around here.
Yep.
So back up high for Canfield as Kemp will send this over to Thomas. Thomas looking down low to Billick. Billick going to work it down low behind the cage. He'll work around a pick by Canfield. Billick with Zura in his way. Working a little close to that far sideline. I don't know if he wants to do that, but he'll work back to the inside. Cadcott in his way. And he'll drop the ball. Send this one over to Tucker. Tucker trying to work to the inside. I believe he's trying to work around the defensive Josh Maseko there, so he'll have to send this back to the X. And Billick, again, will set them up with Zura on defense. He'll work from behind the net of Ralph Mold. 5:53 left here, first quarter, no score. And back up top again to be Kemp with Cadcott in front of him. Send it over to Boris. Boris and Craven one-on-one. Craven taking away the angle on him. Trying to work there. He's going to work through two players, and he's going to get the shot over Ralph Mold. Going to go over his head. Canfield takes a 1-0 lead here with just 5:34 left in the first quarter.
Got to hold their ground. They got to keep blocking him. He's spun, and he got the wide open net, and so he took it over top and dropped it in.
5:34 of the first quarter. Canfield takes a 1-0 lead on a Charlie Boris score. And that's a problem for Poland. Again, protecting that slot. That interior has been a soft spot for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely, Jim. Got to do a better job. Now we got to get on this face-off.
Going to have the whistle. Kemp looks like he's going to win this one. Thought they were going to have an illegal procedure, but they'll work this to the far side, and I believe Poland's going to get the turnover.
Yeah, I couldn't pick it up. Melis was all over him on the sidelines, and that's a great job.
So Craven now dropping this one for Connor Mold. He'll bring this one down into the offensive zone. Mold again. Going to have to slow things down, get it to Cole Eaton. Eaton going to wait for Cook to make his way to the field. 5:08 left here in this first quarter. Eaton trying to work to the inside. Nothing there. He'll send it to Mold. Mold going to take the shot. It's going to go high over the cage. A good look for Connor Mold, but accuracy a little bit off.
Yeah, that was a good job, though, Jim. They were able to get to the net. If his accuracy was a little bit more, that would have been tough because he unloaded that one.
So Eaton now will get this one set up from the high near corner. He'll send this over to Mold. Mold to the far side. Working against Ross Vanis. Takes a golf shot, and it's going to go in. Poland ties it up at 1, 4:44 of the first quarter. Connor Mold continues an outstanding sophomore season.
That's a good job. I'll tell you what, patience, moved it around, got the open net, and he made sure it was in there. That's a good job.
So Poland answers the goal here with 4:44 left in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 1. Poland will finish out their season on May 7th as they take on Cardinal Mooney. They get to win it at Mooney a couple of weeks ago by a score of 10-5. Face off here is Boris going to take this one, but Malis going to win it. But he's going to have the ball knocked away. Boris going to reach in as Craven will recover it. Craven now down the near sideline. He's going to have 2 white jerseys on him, trying to find some room to work, and he'll get it over to Connor Mold. And that's exactly where you want to have this, as he'll send this down to Ike. Ike looking for somebody in the slot. Nobody cutting in there. Maybe was waiting for Malis, but Malis not moving fast enough. As Mold now will send this back over to Eaton again, back in the high near corner. He'll send it to Mold up high. Single man now, he'll send it to Malis. Malis looking for Eaton. Eaton looking for the shot! And it's going to be another great stop by Nottingham. Actually, ball's going to remain loose. Campfield will pick it up. Ball loose now as Malis will come in and cause the turnover. Eaton will pick it up. Poland will maintain possession.
That's a good job. Absolutely a very good job offensively.
Cook working against Tucker to the far side. He'll get it back to Ike. Ike from around the X position. Looking for somebody in the slot. Nobody there. Nobody cutting in. As Eaton now will send us back to Mold. 3:30 left here, first quarter, all tied up at 1. Eaton now trying to work to the inside. Nothing there. Going to spin around. Gets it over to Mold. Mold with a look, but I think that ball was going to be tipped by a Canfield defender. It's going to go high out of bounds. And Poland should maintain possession, and it'll be Ike bringing it in. And we're joined now by the awesome Justine Carney.
You're late.
They did start early.
Ike now. Sending it out to Sabrian. Sabrian up high now. Over to Eaton. Connor Mold noticeably now down low a little bit. He'll take the shot. And it's going to bounce. It went off of a Poland stick, but it's going to go back to the Bulldogs. 2:47 left here first quarter. We're tied up at 1. Goals coming from Charlie Boris and Connor Mold. No surprise there on either side. As Ike now will send this one back up, Mold will slowly walk it up high. As the clock continues to run, 2:31 left here in this first frame. Mold trying to work around Ross Vanis. He'll get it into the slot. Cook with the spin, takes the shot, it's going to go in! Alex Cook with his second goal of the season comes at 2:16 of the first quarter. And that's something I don't think Campfield was expecting.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a great pass, and he got it, twisted, and shot. He didn't give the opportunity for Campfield's defense to set up, so that was an outstanding job by the offensive team of Poland. So good for them. That's what they need. They need to come out strong, physical, and being patient at the same time. So, Jim, big difference from last week.
Good ball movement.
Yeah.
Vision a lot better there as Josh Maseka will make his way to the field. He'll line up next to Cameron Conrad. Face off at midfield. As Kemp will win this one. Actually, ball still loose, and it'll be kicked over to Isaiah Simon. Simon's going to bring it down the far sideline and send this one over to Allquest. Allquest going to wait for his offense to make it to the field as well. Allquest now trying to work to the inside. Ball's going to be knocked away by Blanche. Blanche, the long stick defenseman, still with it, under pressure. And he's going to lose the ball again. So looks like Gio Beato, had the ball here. We'll see. Didn't see which way they were going to call it there.
I believe they call it Poland.
Right.
Yeah, it's Poland.
So Jake Zura going to bring this one in. Jay-Z with the clear. He'll send this one out to Cadcott. Cadcott trying to work between 2 white jerseys. Loses the ball. It's going to go behind him, but Zura there to back him up. Zura looking downfield, and he's looking for Ike. I couldn't handle the pass, but he's going to be back out with Maseko, and we're going to have a whistle over and back, I believe is going to be the call. Oh, excuse me, I believe that's going to be a timeout. So with them taking a timeout, we'll step aside as well. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
.125 left here in the first quarter. Poland with a 2-1 lead here, Coach. And we wondered how they were going to, I guess, rebound from Monday, for lack of a better word. So far, so good here. They've been physical, and the ball movement has been pretty good, and a lot of improvement we've seen just over those couple of days.
Being patient, and the other thing, turnovers. We talked about that last week. Too many turnovers. Right now, everything, the passes are sure, the catching is sure, so that's a good job. I see a lot of movement. Patient, then a lot of movement. They're attacking the net and being physical, and this is what they need to do against this team. They match up quite well with the last time, I believe, was a 7-6 score, Canfield on top, so they know they can play with them. So we're just hoping that they continue to do what they're doing, be smart, set up plays as they've done.
Yeah, one of the matchups, and interestingly enough, because I've had the conversation, is Will Craven and Charlie Boris. And Old 22 was making the joke last night, so he might have to fight outside that weight class again, as he's going to go one-on-one and be assigned to him. So, again, Charlie Boris and Will Craven they've played each other many times as they've come up through the youth programs, Will with Boardman and Charlie with Canfield. And as we were talking up here, the Canfield program growing by leaps and bounds every year here. And and quite frankly, the game of lacrosse growing in the area as well.
Well, and I believe that parents are seeing a lot less injuries, head injuries with lacrosse instead of with football, which, as we know, the impact that happens with kids.
So Allquest now sending this back down to Kemp. Kemp behind the net. Try to send it over to Billick. Billick couldn't handle the pass. Going to be recovered by Poland. It's going to be Blanche. And it's going to be lost again. Charlie Boris with the ball. Going to take the shot. It's going to go wide of the cage, head out of bounds. Should be Canfield ball, but again, we see Nick Blanche having a really good game here so far.
That's a good job by Poland. They're keeping them off balance, and that's what we need to do.
Thomas sending this one back up to Tucker. Tucker over to Boris. Boris in the high near corner. We'll send this one down to Allquest. Allquest circling around to Kemp. Kemp trying to get it to Boris in the slot. And actually got it out to Tucker. He took a shot, and I think it's going to go off one of his own players.
Yeah.
And it looked like it's going to be Charlie Boris. It went off the back of his head. And we'll check on him, see how he's doing. 39 seconds left here, first quarter. Poland with a 2-1 lead. And, of course, in between here, we'll talk a little bit of football, coaches. We're going to be making a trip up to that state up north. We'll talk about that now as Isaiah Simons is going to bring the ball in, send it down low. Thomas looking for an outlet. He'll send it back up to the high slot. Canfield working around the perimeter of the offense. Sending it into the slot, looking for the pass. Couldn't complete it. Was looking for Billick. Billick going to be able to pick it up behind the cage, but defense, again, stepping in, doing a great job for the Bulldogs. Allquest now will bring the ball back from the high far corner. Allquest with Kemp up high. Scotty Tucker also high on the attack, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Canfield, where Poland, they take a 2-1 lead over the Canfield Cardinals. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia1 network. Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club fitting center, and an Odyssey fitting studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
We'll flip sides of the field as Ralph Mold will head to our left. And it'll be Peyton Nottingham to our right. Canfield trails by a score of 2-1. Poland with the lead. And we talked about it first game of the year, Coach. It was a 1-goal game.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's just a matter of matchups here. As Canfield will have possession with Kemp sending this over to Tucker. Tucker to the far corner. Tucker and Kemp going to pass this one back and forth. Craven going to step in, take the lane away. Blanche doing the same. Kemp sending this back with a shot on goal. A great stop. Nice save by Ralph Mold. And he's going to try to get the clear downfield to Craven. Craven couldn't reach over to get it. And it's actually going to head into the Poland offensive zone. So Brian had a shot at it. And Connor Mold going to step in and pick that one up.
That's a great job by Connor Mold. He ran out, did some checking on it, was able to scoop it up.
Mold now going to wait for his offense to make their way to the field. Mold and Eaton patient at those high attack positions. Eaton trying to work to the inside, nothing there. Takes a shot and it's going to go way over, actually into the soccer net. Found the back of the net, Coach, just wrong one.
Wrong net. He shot for that one, it's a lot bigger. There's nobody there.
So 11:02 left here in this second quarter. If you're just joining us here on Western Reserve Radio on the iMedia1 network, Poland leads Canfield by a score of 2-1. Connor Mold going to send this one laterally all the way over to Cole Eaton. Eaton looking to work his way to the inside. Nothing there. We'll spin around, try to get back to the inside. And he'll have to send this over to Jason Ike. I got this to Brian. So Brian to Cook. Cook going to step back. You'll have Scotty Tucker on defense right in front of him. Cole Eaton now with Ethan Remby. Defensively one-on-one. Eaton with the spin. Trying to work to the outside, then back to the inside. Takes a shot, and it's going to go in. 10:18 of the second quarter. Poland increases their lead by 1. It's 3-1 now, Poland Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they're frustrating Canfield. Canfield's not used to this. You could see that the frustrations are setting in to the long sticks, and this is getting real interesting. Poland looks very sharp. Lot of you could see their patience are there, but being aggressive onto the net.
So midfield draw coming up will be George Malis and Dylan Kemp. And I don't think head coach Kincaid Marakovich could be more happy with the start. As Malis will send this one up in the air. And it's going to be Cadcott stepping in, but it's going to be picked up by Poland. Looks like Nick Weber is going to be the one to be a recovery. Craven going to try to take away the slot. Going to slow him down. He'll be forced to send it over. Ball loose on the turf. Beato in the area. He's going to battle for it, but Canfield will recover it. And we're going to get a whistle. And I believe Canfield is going to take a timeout. 9:55 left here, second quarter. Poland leading by a score of 3-1. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia1 network. Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. .9:55 left here in the second quarter. Poland with a 3-1 lead. Charlie Boris making his way back to the field. Glad to see that, as Canfield will have possession. Been a relatively clean game, Coach. No penalties here.
Yep.
As Canfield will make their way back to the field. Overall speaking, though, we talked about the injuries for lacrosse, and again, not as many as you would expect. You would have in football, but a lot going on there. There is some contact, Coach, and then once in a while you might catch one of those sticks.
Yeah.
Or a random ball to the back of the head.
Well, that, you may see a knee injury just because of the running and the cutting, too. But it's not as severe as with football.
Allquest now is going to send this up to Simon. Simon send it back high up to Kemp. Kemp working against Cadcott. Send it back to the high guy. That'll be Tucker. Tucker working it back over to Thomas. And from Thomas down to Billick. So circling the perimeter is Will Craven now. Trying to work against the X. Going to step in there, take the lane away. And you hate to say he's fighting outside of his weight class, but generally on everybody he works against, that's the case. So
yes, but he's a feisty guy. That's that hockey in him.
Allquest now going to work this one out to Thomas. Thomas at the high near corner. Well, send this one over to Kemp. Kemp was looking for the shot, but he had Maseko in the way. Canfield now with the offense starting to move. Gets it inside, takes a shot. It's going to go wide of the cage. Scotty Tucker on the attempt. But Canfield will maintain possession. 8:56 left here second quarter. So Allquest with the ball, send it up to Kemp. Kemp working it out to Tucker, trying to find a lane. Tucker now going to go low. He's going to switch places with Simons. Allquest looking for an option here. It's going to be Zura now, one-on-one with Tucker. Tucker going to have to take it all the way around as Cadcott will push him further out. And it'll be Simons now up high with the ball. Beato taking the lane away. He'll send it back down to the X. Kemp now a shot from the corner. That came out of his stick oddly. And it headed towards the bench. I think he might even hit the soccer net again on the other side, Coach.
Cadcott was right there, though, and I think he got a hand on that stick. So I don't know if it would have just an errant pass.
Craven now with the ball down the far sideline, looking for somebody to dish the ball off to. He's going to have it. Oh, had a Jason Ike open in front of the net. And he and Cole Eaton couldn't connect on the pass. Turnovers. Canfield will take the ball. 7:54 of the second quarter.
There was nobody, I think, within 10 yards of him. He was just standing there all by himself. That would have been just a beautiful open net.
We have a whistle here, but I'm not sure what the confusion is.
Poland's ball.
Nope, actually it will remain Canfield's. Okay, 7:52. We don't always get that right.
Well, we're waiting for an official. We know how those signals could be sometimes.
Nottingham out of the net, trying to send this down to Charlie Boris. Boris in the slot, trying to work past Maseko. And it'll be a shot on net high in the air. I don't know if even Ralph Mold saw that. But it'll be picked up. From around behind the net. It'll be Nottingham. Boris now working around Craven. Tried to get to the inside. Craven's going to knock the ball loose. And it's going to be Rothenbuehler battling for the ball. Still loose. Jake Rothenbuehler has a shot at it. Still loose on the turf. And we're going to have a scrum for it. As Boris gets it, officials look like they were going to blow the whistle. Boris now working to the inside. Maseko stepping in, taking the lane away. Boris going to go down. But he'll recover. Shot, and it's going to be a stop by Mold. Charlie Boris showing incredible athletic abilities. That young man goes down again, but just from the spinning, going down and rebounding. Again, we talk about some of the offers he's had already as a sophomore, and you see why.
Well, this is my opinion. As a coach, when you see your player, first of all, he gets his off ahead on a clean shot, and now he tries to come up, and I was watching him on the bench with his head down, so he's still shaking cobwebs, and now he went down again. Man, I would not want this young man to get hurt. Personally, I would say, hey, let's sit you out. But, sometimes these kids don't want to hear it, but a coach has to step in. And maybe they ought to just give this young man a break right now because it's just he's hurting.
Well, and we're speculating on what the issue, because it looks like we think initially he was hit from behind by the friendly fire shot on net. But this one looks like he was just slow getting up for maybe a lower body injury.
Yeah, I think there was a little issue in the family area.
All right, we'll go with that.
We'll just try to keep it clean, but
so
he looks like he's
Boris,
hurting, though.
Boris is having a rough time here in this first half.
Yes, indeedy.
All right, so we hope he's okay.
Yes, absolutely. We don't want to see anybody.
Especially that.
Let me tell you.
Some of us,
We've had that. That's not good.
A lot of sympathy there. Poland will take the ball now. Poland advancing. That's going to be on the rush. Trying to get into the attack box, and it's going to be Cole Eaton with the ball, trying to work around Ethan Remby, but Eaton will have to step back as Malis will make his way to the field. 6:27 left here in this second quarter.
Remby's he's a big boy, and he likes using that stick, so it's legal to beat people.
Mold now from the near high corner, trying to work around. He'll have to send his back over to Cook. Cook trying to work to the inside, takes a shot. And it's going to go wide the cage. That was I believe that's going to be Nottingham. Got a piece of it.
Well, that looked close, though. I'll tell you what. He was just wide of the net, and then with a little tip, it went even wider. But Poland maintains.
So the Bulldogs going to clear this one out to Cole Eaton. Actually, it's going to go over his head. And they're going to be close to midfield there. Eaton going to be able to stop it. So he'll keep the ball with 5:52 left here in the first half. Eaton working one-on-one against Remby. Eaton looking to work to the inside. Step back out, spin around. Have to get it back out to Connor Mold. Mold had to reach for the ball, but he'll be able to pick it up. Mold now one-on-one with Nate Ross-Vanis. And Poland deliberately looking to slow the pace down here, Coach, and probably a smart thing on their behalf.
Absolutely. You got 2 scores up, and you got clock running at 5 minutes. And
so Mold tried to hit Ike down behind the net. Ball went over his head, out of bounds. And Coca will bring that out for the Canfield Cardinals. Easy for me to say. Missed dinner here already.
Well, that's all right.
So Canfield working it up the near sideline and working into their offensive zone. Maseko, the nearest man to the ball for Poland. They'll send it back out to Kemp. Kemp up high. You'll have Tucker, who he'll give the ball to. Kemp and Tucker will switch positions. Tucker tried to work to the inside. Takes the shot, and it's going to be knocked away, actually. I believe Beato got a piece of that shot, and it went up in the air and went headed out of bounds, and it's going to remain Canfield ball after it heads to the far sideline. 4:55 left here second quarter. Poland with a 3-1 lead.
I'll tell you what, Maseko, he was going for that ball, and they they had a few words and were banging each other on that out of bounds. So,
yep, Josh Maseko, the Bulldog football player as well. As Tucker now from the near high corner trying to work around up high. He'll have Cadcott in front of him. Caden Cadcott's done a good job this year defensively as they'll send this one down low and back out to Will Thomas. Thomas having to work this out to Allquest. Canfield also being patient as Scotty Tucker will switch position with Kemp.
Yeah, they look like they're trying to stick somebody in the seam there, and it's Poland's doing a good job. They're on their hip.
So 4:10 left here in this second quarter. Ball loose, headed towards midfield, but picked up by the Cardinals. Still loose again, knocked away by Maseko. Josh Maseko with the ball. Now working to the inside. Trying to work down the slot, looking for another blue jersey. Feeds it over. Takes a shot. It's going to go high over the cage. And I believe that was going to be Cole Eaton had a free shot. And Nottingham.
Fake high, shoot low because he jumped. If he was able to pull that down and go underhand, I'll tell you what, that was wide open.
Nottingham looked like he had committed to that, and there was going to be a wide open net, but now Kemp down the far sideline, works it to the inside, getting it to Billick. Billick going to take the shot. Stopped by Ralph Mold. Another great save by the junior.
He's having a better game this game, Jim. Last week it was a little tough for him.
So ball now to Connor Mold. He's going to get hit by Ross Vanis. Ball's going to come loose. And it's going to, I think, accidentally fall back into Connor Mold's net. Ball's going to go out of bounds, though, and it'll be Canfield's ball. I think Connor Mold was actually looking around for the ball, and it went right into his net.
He couldn't find it, but it was in his net.
Sometimes better. Charlie Boris back in again. Seemed to shake off whatever he had going on before. But he'll have to send this one down to Allquest. Allquest at the X position, one-on-one with Rothenbuehler. Rothenbuehler trying to stay square with him. Ball comes loose. Rothenbuehler closest one to it. Beato now trying to pick it up. But Canfield going to recover.
The Poland's doing a great job jumping all over them. They're 1 and 2 guys on following the ball.
Ball loose again to the right of Ralph Mold. It'll head back into the zone. It's going to be Beato. It's going to pick it up. He'll get it to Ralph Mold. Mold going to clear the crease and try to get this one downfield. Mold now taking maybe a little more time than he should. Will Thomas putting on pressure. Mold going to send this one downfield. It's going to be picked off by Nate Ross-Vanis. And Ross-Vanis will send this over to Scotty Tucker. Tucker with Maseko trailing him. Will Craven back on the field after taking a breather. Tucker trying to work around, but Maseko doing a good job staying with him. 1:47 left here, second quarter. Allquest looking for somebody up high. He'll find Charlie Boris. Craven one-on-one in front. Craven trying to work around the pick. Kemp setting the pick. Looked like he was trying to
great stop.
Embellish a little bit, and Ralph Mold with another beautiful save. 1:25 left here, second quarter. Poland with a 3-1 lead. Mold went to clear it, but looked like Allquest got a piece of it. It's going to be loose and picked up by Tucker. Tucker to the slot. And it was a shot taken by Parker Allquest, but went wide of the cage. Couldn't get his feet set and kind of came out a little bit awkward.
His backside was wide open, so Poland got lucky on that one. They fell asleep there for a second. They've been playing good defense.
Tucker one-on-one with, Allquest one-on-one with Craven. He'll get it back to Boris. Boris up high. He'll have Cadcott in front of him. Send this one to the far side and over to Simon. Simon's working it down to Thomas. He'll send this one back to the X. Tucker now from behind the net with Rothenbuehler in front of him. Jake Rothenbuehler trying to step in. Tucker going to find some room. It's going to take a shot, and another wide shot, and it's going to go out of bounds. Canfield with some good looks, just can't find the back of the net with 38 seconds left here in this second quarter. So Parker Allquest now with the ball. They'll try to get at least one more shot at this. 27 seconds left, second quarter. And a timeout going to be taken by Canfield. With 23 seconds left here, Canfield will have the ball. They'll be down in the offensive zone. And, Coach, we also have some football coming up here. May 11th, you and I and the producer extraordinaire, Dave Ferris, will be heading up to that state up north as the Cleveland Cobras will have their first, well, I will call it preseason out-of-league game as they will head up there to take on the Michigan Gators. And I've done some research, Coach, and I ain't found no Gators in Michigan yet.
Well, I tell you what, you don't know. You know, there could be some fresh water. You know, it's how it goes. But, yeah, it's going to be a nice trip. I can't wait. It'll be a long day on Sunday for me that day. But
football all year long here on the iMedia1 network, though.
Yeah, we love it.
We'll work through the minor league season
Yep.
right into high school.
Yeah, I'm excited. We will be doing the Poland Bulldogs this year, so I get to see some stuff there. So missed out when my nephew played, but that's okay. Now I get to see him coach. He's a defensive back coach, and I enjoy my family, watching them coach, and, just moving on now. Next generation going to be stepping up. There'll be another Gessler making some time coaching, so I'm pretty proud of him. Dean was a great, great player and looks to be a good coach, too.
So 2 Gesslers on the staff for the Poland Bulldog football team. Canfield now going to send this one around the X. He'll set it up from behind the neck. Parker Alquist trying to work around Blanche, sending it to the slot. Tucker with the ball, and he took a shot, but it went off. It looked like it went off a Poland stick. And it's going to be loose, picked up by Kemp. Kemp one-on-one with Maseko. Takes a shot before the clock runs out. And that brings us, well, I'm actually going to say 0.3 of a second. I don't know if they're going to make them bring this out. Statistically, I'm not real sure if this is possible. And that will bring us to the end of the second quarter officially. As we go to the half, Poland has a 3-1 lead over the Canfield Cardinals. You are listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Halftime here, Bob Dove Field in Canfield. Well, the Poland Bulldogs, they have a 3-1 lead over the Canfield Cardinals. Scores came like this. 5:34 left in the first quarter. It would be Charlie Boris that would get the Canfield Cardinals on the board. And then Poland would put up the next 3 goals. They would come at 4:44 of the first quarter. Connor Mold finding the back of the net. And then Alex Cook getting his second goal of the year. That came at 2:16 left in the first quarter. Second quarter action, it would be Cole Eaton with 10:16 left. It would put the Poland Bulldogs up by a score of 3-1. And you mentioned it, compared to what we saw on Monday, and we were, really they've made no excuses here, but today they came out, looked much sharper, and again, we talk about that aggressiveness, and it has paid off for them so far. And the ball movement, you like to see that. You like to see that development. I think that's what Coach Marakovich has been looking for the last couple weeks.
The other thing, too, is when these guys are behind the net and they're coming up, more physical play. I mean, they're really banging these guys, and that's something that we didn't see. They were trying to chase. Now they're keeping their feet, so when they're turning and twisting, they're able to shuffle their feet and stay on these guys instead of taking the fake and trying to run with them. Now they've learned that, hey, just keep yourself square. When he spins, you guys got to step left or right, and you're able to lasso him. So defensively, they've done an outstanding job. They really, it's night and day from the other day against Boardman. So,
and certainly Boardman now 13-2 on the season. And we talked about that program under Scott Lenhart over there, and they started that program in the 4th grade, technically the 5th grade. However, there were some 4th graders, that made their way in. That's another story. I'm sure the statute of limitations has run out on that. But that same crew been together with that coach, and they have done a great job at that. And I think that's a lot of what some of these programs in the area can look at. And say when you say you have to build from there, you really do, and that has been an outstanding success for the Boardman Spartans.
But and again, I don't mean to change it, but that's what you have with a Canfield football team, a Poland football team. We brought that over at Volney Junior High School, and we talked to the kids over on the west side and said, hey, this is what we're going to run, and it's the consistency and players staying together, and it's program after program. And you could see the difference when you've played lacrosse since you've been, in the 4th, 5th grade, whatever, and you've progressed and you've played with these guys. You know their moves, and everything comes natural because you've now become a team. Sometimes when you get them late or you don't have these kids as young as they do, and the program takes longer to develop. So I would love to see Poland come out with a younger program, and let's get these kids going now. Less injuries for football. I admit that. More football injuries, more problems. And as a young kid, I'd rather see my son, who wasn't able to play, if they would have lacrosse, I'd have said, go play that. Instead of, we tell parents to say, throw them in flag football, which is excellent too. But if you want to get them the contact and get them ready because they're going to try to go out 7th and 8th, 9th grade football, this is a perfect thing to prep them on it. And they're still getting the physical contact, but they're getting running. This is amazing how much there's no way, Jim, you and I can play this game after the first 3 minutes would be bent over gasping for air because it just wouldn't work.
Yeah, certainly there is a conditioning component to this.
Yes.
And we watch as we go up, especially into the Cleveland area, maybe on a Saturday afternoon, and you see a lot more games going on as you drive through Akron and Canton and into Cleveland and that. And certainly it's growing in this area. And we see guys crossing over now. We talked about Josh Maseko, who's a football player.
Yeah.
Was also on the track team, now focusing on lacrosse, and something he's really come to love. I mean, some of it is just being exposed to it. It's not that they don't see it, but you can now watch the games, especially at the college level, on all the cable channels now that are picking up, whether it be ESPN or the Big Ten Network or whatever.
Well, it's the same way with high school. If you're in high school and maybe you don't want to play football, maybe it's too much and this and that, you see this and you're going to say, hey, I like the physical contact, but I also like to run around. I like this. Maybe I ought to give it a shot. What do I got to lose? Where football, it's a little bit more, more physical, lot more, every play that's out there. We know that of being an offense and you being a center. I'm in the coordinator. I mean, terminology and stuff. Some of these kids maybe don't want that, and so here it's a little bit different. So I see a big difference. But there, again, as you say, there's a lot of football players that play this game. Boy, let me tell you what, get them in shape, because after this season, and some of them run track, some of them do this, so it's great for the kids because they're not really getting beat up, but the physical aspect of it is amazing.
Yeah, and certainly we see the growth coming around in our areas, but Boardman, Canfield, Poland, all the way out to southeast and points in between here. So we're going to step aside for one more timeout. When we come back, we will have the face-off for the second half. You are listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 Network. We're right back after this.
They're going to bring me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No.
Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In the Valley, football is king, and the Mahoning Valley Federals are looking to build the 2024 roster with talent forged in this area to compete for a Tri-Point Football League championship. If you're 18 and older and looking to return to the gridiron, call General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099 or visit the team on Facebook at Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Third quarter action coming up here from Bob Dove Field in Canfield. Poland with a 3-1 lead. And it will be Will Craven taking the face-off, I believe, against Kemp. Here to get this third quarter underway. Ball loose. Kemp going to win this one. Head right down the slot. And he's going to dump this one to the wing, but it's going to be picked up by Maseko. Maseko knocked around a little bit, but he'll actually drop the ball. Picked up by Poland again, and Kemp will actually be able to reach in and grab this one. He'll send this up to Nottingham. Nottingham will slow it down as Charlie Boris makes his way back to the field. Kemp will head to the sideline. Boris now from the high attack going to send this one all the way down to Tucker. Tucker one-on-one with Maseko. He'll be to the right of the cage, occupied by Ralph Mold. From the far side, send it back up to Boris. Boris on the high attack. He'll try to work to the inside. Boris going to take the shot, and it's going to go in with 11:16 left in the third quarter. Boris with his second goal of the day makes it a 3-2 game, still in favor of the Poland Bulldogs.
Yeah, they got to cut him off. Again, he's spun. Somebody needs to go up there and they need to check him, because in that way he's not going to. He's a big boy. He's thick. He's only a sophomore, but they got to slow him down. And I know he's hurting a little bit, so bang him around a little bit and slow him down.
Moore's going to take the face off against Malis. Poland 3, Canfield 2. 11:16 left here, third quarter. Stalemate here as ball comes loose. Malis going to win this one. Going to be knocked out of his net, though. Ball still loose on the turf, picked up by Boris near the Poland bench. As Malis tries to take a shot. Sent it over. Mold had a shot at it. Couldn't get that high, though. And Canfield will have the ball. Billick will send this one over to Tucker. Tried to get it to Tucker. Was knocked away by Maseko, but Tucker will recover it near the sideline. He'll take this one around the back of the net. of Ralph Mold. 10:46 left here, third quarter. Poland with a 3-2 lead. Forrest getting the third quarter started for Canfield as Kemp now from the high attack position in front of Cadcott. Will lose the ball. Craven reaching in to knock it away. It's going to be picked up by Poland. It's going to be Blanche. Tried to get it out to Cadcott. Cadcott's going to have to chase it down near midfield. And he'll scoop this one over, but it's going to be picked up by Canfield. Nate Rossvanis on the move. Craven taking the lane away, so he'll have to get rid of this one. Send it over to Billick. Billick one-on-one with Jacob Zura. We're going to step back and kind of surveil things. Allquest now with the ball. Actually going to head out of bounds. Shot on net, but Canfield will maintain possession. It'll be Tucker that'll bring it in from behind the cage. 9:59 left here, third quarter. Tucker and Maseko one-on-one. Tucker going to send this one out to the far side to Allquest. Allquest working it back up to Kemp. Kemp in front of Cadcott. Cadcott taking the lane away. Craven stepping in. Tried to take a shot again. Went off somebody else's stick. And a lane shot again stopped by Ralph Mold. Max Billick tried to work his way in, but Mold with another outstanding save today. Craven working across the field. He'll get this one over to Josh Maseko. Maseko on the run. He's going to have a Canfield player chasing him down with the back check, but it'll be Mold now that'll set this one up high. Tucker was chasing Maseko down from behind. Maseko getting that ball over to Mold. With 9:07 left here, third quarter. Mold one-on-one with Ross Vanis. Connor going to feed this one to Cole Eaton. Eaton had a good look, but couldn't handle the pass. So Eaton will send this one back out to Connor Mold. They'll try it again.
Oh, I had to see him. That was so wide open. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, I think his eyes got pretty wide there. Eaton now tried to work down low, but couldn't get past Ethan Remby. Eaton taking a shot. I don't know if it went off the post or if it went off the foot of Nottingham, but it's going to be loose, and Connor Mold will recover this one. Poland will maintain possession here. 8:30 left here, third quarter. As Cole Eaton from the far side. Try to work past Remby. And looked like he took a shot. Ball came out a little bit early out of his net, earlier than he wanted to.
Yeah.
And Poland looks like they'll maintain possession. He'll bring it out. It'll be Ike sending this one up to Mold. Connor Mold now one-on-one with Nate Rossvanis. He and Cole Eaton will switch positions. Mold will go high, and Eaton will work midway down to the near side. 7:57 left here, third quarter. Poland with a 3-2 lead. Eaton and Mold just kind of playing catch there. Bayless now with the ball. He'll send it over to Eaton. Eaton looking to the inside again. Kind of flirting with it. As he'll send this back out to Connor Mold. He and Ross Vanis face to face here with 7:30 left, third quarter. Mold going to get this down to Ike at the X. Ike trying to wrap around, trying to get around Coca. No, nothing there. And Eaton slowly trying to work to the inside, making one spin move to the outside. Tried a couple. As he'll send this back to Ike. We have a flag on the play. It looks like a delayed penalty coming up against Canfield. Actually be the first penalty of the day as Ike will drop this one to Mold. Mold working on the inside, takes a shot. Had a good look. Good angle on the shot too, but it'll go out of bounds. So we're going to have a slash coming up against Canfield. And I believe that Ethan Remby is going to be the guilty party on that one. He will serve the 1-minute penalty. 6:54 left here, third quarter. So after a penalty-free first half, we have our first foul here with 6:53 left in the third quarter. Poland goes to the man advantage. As Cook now up high will send this over to Eaton. Eaton down to Malis. Malis will work it right back around.
We got to take advantage of this.
Cook was looking to take the shot past Ross Vanis, but nothing there. Into the slot. Malis takes a shot. Going to go high over the cage. Good work by the Poland offense. They'll maintain possession. 6:26 left here in the third quarter. Jason Ike bringing it out from behind the cage. Clock will begin to run. Into the slot. Shot by Malis, and it's going to go off the knee of Nottingham. Another save by the freshman. Poland maintain possession, though. Connor Mold into the slot again, tried to find George Malis. And it'll go past him, but safely into the net of Cole Eaton for the Bulldogs. Pass to Cook. Couldn't complete it. It's going to head towards the sideline. But Alex Cook actually going to be able to save this. He and Mold over on the far sideline. As Nick Weber will make their way to the field. Canfield will clear the penalty. 5:49 left third quarter. Poland will maintain possession. Eaton now trying to work spin to the inside. Working it over to Cook. Cook going to take the shot, but he's going to also get hit. Ball going to go wide of the cage. He took a shot from Nick Weber. Mold now going to reset this from the high attack on the far side. 5:18 left here, third quarter. Ross Vanis one-on-one with Mold. Connor going to step back and send this one to Cole Eaton. Eaton trying to work past Lolakis. Eaton out working into the slot. Lost the ball. And it's going to be, I believe, picked up by Nottingham. Actually, Ike's going to end up with it somehow or another. Couldn't see in the crowd what happened, but Mold with the shot now, and it's going to go wide right of the cage. So, Coach, great possession by Poland. They're taking a lot of time off this clock.
I tell you what, Poland's doing an outstanding job offensively. They're taking some shots. They got to just get their shots down. Everything seems to be a little bit high. They're forcing. Great job.
And when we see that like in a football game, we see it's because their feet aren't set.
Yeah.
So these guys trying to maybe take those shots from their back heels, and that is Mold will send this one back to Ike, and they'll send it back to the far side. So Brian feeding it inside, and another great shot by Mold, but it's going to go wide. Poland will maintain possession. Good effort by Connor Mold. Excuse me, that was Cole Eaton that took the shot. Mold that's going to track the ball down. Poland will maintain it. 4:05 left here, third quarter. Poland with a 3-2 lead.
It's been a great game too, Jim, offensively and defensively.
And certainly, only one penalty here. Very clean game as well.
And they're physical with both of them. Both teams very physical.
So the officials, as they say, are letting the boys play. Send this one over to Connor Mold. Mold working one-on-one against Ross Vanis. And he'll send it back to Ike. Ike, with Coca in front of him, will have to send this back to Mold.
Like to see him get another score.
Eaton tried to get into the slot there, lost the ball high up in the air. And they're going to battle for it. Still on the carpet here. It looked like everybody had it at one point. Coca had it for a second. He's going to lose it. And it's still going to be loose on the carpet. It's like calling a horse race here at this point, Coach. Dylan Kemp with the ball, and we'll get a whistle.
Timeout.
And it looks like Canfield's going to take a timeout here. 3:05 left here in this third quarter. Poland with a 3-2 lead. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
You're listening to WRDP, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Third quarter continues here at Bob Dove Field in Canfield. 3:05 left here, third quarter. Poland with a 3-2 lead here in a very close game. As Coach said, a very well-played game by both teams on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, both teams playing offense and defensive. I think we have more shot at goal, though. We really have turned that up. So I think we're pretty close to dominating that.
So Canfield will maintain possession here as Nottingham out of the crease will send this one, try to send it upfield, try to get past Ike. Ball loose there as Ike's going to knock that one loose, I believe. Where Nottingham lost it. He tried to get it downfield, but only got half of it. Kemp will pick it up. Craven going to cause the turnover. He's going to feed it down into the slot. Gets it to Ike. Ike going to drop the ball, but picked up by Connor Mold. So sometimes they can say better lucky than good on that one. 2:35 left here.
Wait, that's the truth. Holy mackerel. It didn't want to get into a net. It had legs.
Connor Casey making his way to the field for the Bulldogs. Cole Eaton up high now. They'll switch it over to Connor Mold. They'll trade positions. Mold now one-on-one with Ross Vanis again. Eaton and Mold will switch it around one more time. Remby one-on-one with Eaton. Ike now with the ball. Looking for somebody to feed. He'll get it to the far side. That'll be Connor Casey sending it out to Connor Mold. Mold and Remby one-on-one. Excuse me, that's going to be Cole Eaton. Eaton trying to fight his way in. Nowhere to go. High shot for Cole Eaton. And that one headed way over into a, I think that went in somebody's backyard.
Yeah, that was a little off, that one. That's all right, though. We'll count that as just shot at gold.
So Poland will maintain possession. 6-15 here now as Mold will send us to Ike. Ike back to Mold. So a lot of man defense here is Ross Vanis now. Again, one-on-one with Mold. And Connor going to send this one over to Cole Eaton. 1:34 left here in a fast-moving third quarter. Ike trying for the wraparound. Nothing there. He'll have that one taken away by Coca. Santino Coca, that's a football player if I've ever seen one.
Oh, yeah. He is a big boy.
Mold now, he'll work his way at the X position behind the net of Nottingham. It'll be Ike now up high. He'll be on the attack near corner. Sending this over to Cole Eaton. Eaton and Remby one-on-one.
We got to get an insurance one here in the third.
So Eaton going to take a awkward shot from over the shoulder, but it's going to head out of bounds. And for Cole Eaton, just seems like the ball's coming out too soon.
Yeah, it's just like it's releasing it early, and therefore it's going to soar. Just like a quarterback when he releases early out of his fingers, it's just going to soar on the receiver.
Interestingly enough, you see that Ike now back from the X position, working on high attack here. Mold back at the X, so maybe trying to take advantage of some of the slower guys. As Ike was trying to take a shot, Coca in his way. Ike and Coca going to bump some shoulders here. And Jason Ike will have to sit back and reset, get it over to Connor Mold. Mold looking for the wraparound. Thought he had a lane, but it was taken away by Ross Vanis. Mold going to take a little bit of pop to the face there. He'll be okay, though. He's taking a few pucks to the head. He'll be fine.
So he's used to it.
Cole Eaton going to lose the ball now. Chased down by Remby, but Eaton now able to send this back behind the net to Ike. Ike had an opportunity. Couldn't spin around to get the shot off. Is Coca going to cause all kinds of chaos for him? Loose from behind the net. And we're going to get a whistle, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter here in Canfield, where Poland holds a slim 3-2 lead over the Canfield Cardinals. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia1 network.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
You're listening to WRDP, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Fourth quarter action coming up here in Canfield. Poland with a 3-2 lead. And And some of the defensemen for Poland getting a break because the Bulldogs with a large amount of possession time there in the third quarter, Coach.
Yeah, they absolutely. I mean, there has been no defense out there for Poland. Everything's been on this side. And that is something that we've commented during the season that, we got to get it over the 50-yard line because we're not taking a chance. We have no chances because we're playing all defense. It has changed now. Now we're playing a lot of offense. So we'll see what happens here with Mr. Malis. He's got to get this one on the face-off.
Draw coming at center field here. Ralph Moldby into the cage to our left. Nottingham to our right. Kemp will get this one. Excuse me, that'll be Scotty Tucker working his way downfield. Canfield with the possession to start the fourth quarter. Rothenbuehler locking down that far corner here. So they'll have to send this over to Billick. Billick with Jake Zura in front of him. Billick slowly trying to work his way around here. And he'll send this one back out safely to Kemp. Kemp with Cadcott in front of him. We'll send this over to Tucker. Tucker one-on-one with Josh Maseko. And the matchups, Coach, have been pretty good offensively and defensively as Craven and Boris will square up. Billick now trying to send this one to the far side. Kemp had a little trouble handling that pass, but he'll recover it, no problem. Pick it up on the near sideline with Cadcott in front of him, so he'll send it back over to Tucker. Tucker and Maseko. They'll dance to the far side. Tucker working his way all the way around. As the middle of the field pretty empty. No white jerseys there, except for maybe Allquest. But Kemp trying a few spins. He'll take a shot, but it's going to be a bouncing shot. And they'll consider that Canfield ball still.
Wow.
10:35 left here in this game. We'll have to clarify the rule on that, Coach.
Yeah, he wasn't even close.
Billick trying to bring it back into the field. But he's going to be under all kinds of pressure. But Jacob Zura just giving him all he can handle here. Tried to work around the pick of Will Thomas, but that didn't help any. Boris with the ball now. Craven tried to step in, but couldn't get to it quick enough. Boris now up high with Craven in front of him. One-on-one. They'll send it over to Allquest. Blanche in front of Allquest. Craven will switch. They'll stay in the man defense for Poland. Allquest went to take a shot. Thought better. Step back as Nick Blanche will push him back out to the perimeter. Ball loose behind the net, but picked up by Canfield. Into the slot. That's going to be kept with the ball. Went to take a shot. He's going to take a beating, actually, going in there. And they're going to say that's going to be Poland's ball.
Great job defensively, and that's what we needed to see. Now let's be smart on our end. Let's take our time, see what we got here. No turnovers. Let's be aggressive.
Nick Blanche going to bring it down the far sideline, and you'll have Craven to his side. Blanche under pressure. He'll get over to Craven, the long stick defensive midi. Craven spinning back to the inside. I would say fleet of foot, just like his old man, but I don't know, Coach. Poland going to take a timeout. 9:08 left. All right, Coach, you don't have to laugh that hard about it. 9:08 left here, fourth quarter. We'll keep it right here. Poland taking a timeout.
Oh, man.
All right, we got you to laugh tonight.
Yes, if anybody saw Jim run down the field, I mean, he is just, you could see, he should have been a running back because he's straight up, feet going about 400 miles
like a truck.
Like a truck.
So anyway, 9:08 left here, fourth quarter, before we lose our minds here.
That's all right.
Poland with a 3-2 lead. Want to remind you, coming up here, there will be football here in the spring as the Cleveland Cobras will head up to Warren, Michigan to take on the Michigan Gators. That will be on May 11th as the coach, Dave Ferris, and I head up there to bring you that. It'll be a 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. And then the following week, another interesting one as the Cobras will head back to Michigan. Actually, it'll be Detroit this time. They will take on the Detroit Ravens, the #1 ranked team in the nation. So a tough preseason for the Cleveland Cobras, getting battle-tested for the Tri-Point Football League season. I'm trying to think here.
I got to make sure I have a pillow and a blanket because my weekends are just.
Well, we'll keep you awake laughing. And I'm trying to. I think the Cobras are in their 17th season.
Wow.
As they were not in service 1 year, and then of course COVID hit. So one of the staples at that level of football. As we get back underway here, Connor Mold with Ross Vanis in front of him. They'll get this one started.
Under 9 minutes.
Mold looking for some room to work, and Poland spreading out the offense. And Mold going to lose the ball. Actually had some room to work. Cook was the closest one too, but it's going to be picked up by Nick Weber for Canfield.
That's what we have to be careful of is turnovers now. Let's not get it turned around.
It looked like Connor Mold was going to have a good look. Ball high in the air as Jason Ike going to end up with it. 8:30 left here, fourth quarter. Ike going to slow things down here as they'll have to retransition back to the offense.
That's an outstanding job. I thought he was going to rifle it in there. Good. Pull it out. Run some time off. That's a good job.
Eaton one-on-one with Weber. Trying to work around. Eaton, I thought he had a shot. He's going to take another one, but this one's going to go towards the parking lot. So Cole Eaton having a little accuracy problem tonight. Great foot movement, getting to the inside, Coach. But
yeah, he's definitely off.
So Nottingham will leave the crease to clear this one for the Cardinals. 8 minutes left here, fourth quarter. Ball all the way down. Mold had a shot at it, but couldn't quite get up that high. And it's going to be Tucker with the ball. Tucker sending it down low. Ball going to come loose. It's going to head to the back of the, well, we'll call it the end zone here, Coach. And it looks like it's going to be a turnover. Poland going to take over.
That's what I like. Just keep doing this, running the clock. That's what we need. No mistakes now. You got to get one. If we could get just one more, a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, certainly this game not over by any stretch of the imagination. Azura bobbles the ball a little bit. He'll get it down there. It's going to be Mold taking a shot. He'll keep it in bounds. Ross Vanis put a pretty good shot on him, but Mold able to keep his feet as he'll go to the far side. Boris in front of him. And now Mold will have to slow it down. 7:21 left here, fourth quarter. Eaton now in the high slot. He'll step back. You have Remby in front of him. Eaton tried to work to the inside. Too many white jerseys, though. Eaton now going to take the shot. This one accurate, but stopped by Nottingham with 7:05 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Canfield's now being very aggressive defensively. They're going after him, so now we got to be ready.
Tucker working his way down the far sideline. Defensively, a little bit of a slow transition for Poland. As Cadcott, Craven, and Maseko make their way out for the Bulldogs. Allquest with the ball to the near sideline. Tries to work to the inside. Nobody there. Allquest going to slow this one down. Send it. Actually, Allquest going to keep this one as Boris will work his way to the far side. Parker Allquest one-on-one with Josh Maseko. Allquest working to the inside, but good footwork by the Poland Bulldog football player. Shot on goal. That one's going to be off, head out of bounds, and they're going to say Canfield ball. They'll send this one out to Isaiah Simons. And we're going to have a whistle from the officials. And I think they're saying he had to bring this one out. Actually, I don't know what he's saying, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know what went on unless
that was our technical expertise there. What do you say? I don't know. So Canfield will still have the ball. They'll make him inbound it from the near sideline. That'll be Tucker. Tucker with Rothenbuehler in front of him. Again, they'll just send it back out to Isaiah Simons. Boris now in the slot. Craven one-on-one with him. Boris now going to send this over to Allquest. Will Thomas now with Nick Blanche in front of him. From behind the net to the far side. Billick with the ball, sends it out to Tucker. Tucker trying to get past Rothenbuehler. Rothenbuehler staying square, takes the shot, going to go wide left of the cage. 5:31 left here in this fourth quarter. Poland with a 3-2 lead over the Canfield Cardinals. As Tucker now will get the ball from Billick from behind the net. Boris one-on-one with Craven. He'll send it back down to Tucker. Tucker and Rothenbuehler face-to-face. As Tucker tries to find some room to work to the inside. Nothing there. Billick now with the ball. Tries to feed it in the slot. Actually, he'll get out to Boris. Boris with a running start. Tries to get to the far side. Craven going to slow him down, as well as Cadcott. Cadcott now handing him over to Maseko. Maseko slowing him down, and a great job by that Poland defense sliding. Alquist. Now 1-0 Craven. Craven going to knock the ball loose, and it's still loose. And it's going to head towards midfield, but slowed down by Parker Alquist, doing a great job saving the turnover for the Cardinals. Boris now from the far side, running into Maseko and Blanche. Great footwork by both Blanche, by Maseko and Boris. Boris now going to have to slow this one, hand it over to Alquist. Alquist being stopped by Craven. Boris taking the golf shot here, but it's going to go wide of the cage. Canfield will maintain possession. 4:17 left here, fourth quarter. Poland with a 3-2 lead as Billick will send this one out to Tucker. Tucker having trouble handling the pass, but he'll recover and send it out to Alquist. Craven going to knock the ball loose, creates another turnover. Ball high in the air, and it's going to be picked up by Poland. It's going to be Zura with the ball, chased down by Tucker. He'll get it over to Ralph Mold. Mold will come out of the crease and clear this one all the way downfield, send it over the head of Craven. Ball still loose, picked up by Connor Mold. Mold he's got room to work. 2-on-1 if they work quickly. Shot on goal, and Nottingham came out of the net. Mold took the shot, and it went wide. 3:46 left here, fourth quarter, and I think Connor Mold's going to see that in his sleep tonight.
Oh, he'll be kicking himself. Oh, that was beautiful.
So great work by both the Mold brothers tonight in net and downfield. Mama Mold got to be happy down there in the stands somewhere.
Now we got to be very careful because they're going to be aggressive, and they're just beating us up right now. So that's it. Just keep moving it around.
Eaton working around Ross Vanis. Sends us back out to Ike. Ike trying to work around Coca. Coca not giving up any ground, though. 3:24 left here on a running clock. 3-2 is the Poland lead. Ike now high on the attack. He'll drop this one to Eaton. Eaton trying to work around Ross Vanis. Cole Eaton been looking for that inside lane all night long. May have it this time. He'll send it over to Ike. Ike sends it down in the slot to Sobrian. Sobrian takes a shot, and it's going to go wide left of that cage again. And another great look by Poland. And this is going to be Canfield ball with just 3 minutes left in the game. Poland protecting a slim 3-2 lead. As Canfield will clear the ball all the way down, trying to get it to, I believe that was to Tucker they were trying to get it to. Craven going to step in on Boris. Ball still loose, and the Bulldogs have a shot at it. And we're going to have Craven and Boris going at it. Craven taking the shot, and he'll get right back in the fight there, and we're going to have a whistle. And it's going to be Poland ball as Craven will bring this one in from the far sideline.
It looked like it was a puck at hockey.
Craven going to lose the ball. It's going to fall right into the net of a Canfield Cardinal. Blanche taking away the lane, going to send it into the center lane. And it's going to be Cadcott, the closest one, go out of bounds. It'll be Poland ball. So disaster averted as Craven had the ball knocked away.
That Craven.
2:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Zura over to Craven. Craven had to reach up to get it. It's going to go out of bounds, a turnover.
They got to be patient. I don't know why they're doing what they're doing. They got to slow it down. Sure passes, because these turnovers could bite you. Do not want to give Canfield any of this.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like an overkill there to throw the ball across the field, but nonetheless, Nottingham out of the net. He'll send this one down to Simon. Simon's down the far sideline, have Cadcott in front of him. Simons will have to work around. Back through the X, he'll work around Billick. He'll drop this one off to Alquist. He'll give it to Boris. Boris and Craven one-on-one. Kemp coming in for the pick. Set up, but Boris will be slowed down by Maseko. 3 blue jerseys on Boris. He'll take the shot and he'll score with 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Charlie Boris ties this one up. 3-all.
You knew that was going to happen. You knew they were trying to get it to him.
So Charlie Boris has accounted for all 3 Canfield goals tonight. With With $1:37 left here in Canfield. A one-goal game the last time these two met, Coach, and now we're tied with just about a minute and a half left.
Got to win this and get down there.
So Malis to take the face-off for Canfield, but that's going to be a clean win by Kemp. Kemp feeding in, trying to feed it over to Billick, and it's going to go out of bounds. Turnover. Poland will get the ball with 90 seconds left. Zura will bring it in. He'll send it over to Ralph Mold. Mold coming out of the crease. He'll have to send it back over to Zura. Zura on the near sideline. Get it out to Blanche. Blanche one-on-one with the ball knocked loose by Nick Weber on the carpet, and it's going to be picked up by Allquest. Allquest to the far side now, one-on-one with Maseko. 1:08 left in this game, and Canfield going to take a timeout. We'll step aside for a quick break. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs men's lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network. We're right back after this.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
.104 left here in this game, all tied up at 3 as Charlie Boris puts one in the back of the net, 1:39 of the fourth quarter. And what has been an outstanding game here, Coach, both ways, offensively, defensively, and even in terms of penalties. You're getting your money's worth tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, great play by both schools. And now we're stalemated, so it's remained to be seen on who's going to step it up. With a minute 4 seconds, can Poland get down there?
So Canfield with possession. It'll be Allquest bringing it in from the far high corner. He'll have Blanche in front of him. Kemp now with the ball, sending it over to Billick. Billick will send this one out to Tucker. Tucker to the near side. We'll have Maseko in front of him. Craven and Boris one-on-one in the high attack area. Boris content to send this one down to Kemp. Dylan Kemp played well tonight. He's been all over the field. As Billick now will have the ball. He'll send it back to Kemp. Kemp trying to find somebody in the slot. Knocked away by Rothenbuehler. Ball still loose. Craven closest 1-2 it for Poland. He'll get it. Try to work back to the inside and find an option. And I believe Poland is going to take a timeout with 22 seconds left in the game. We'll keep it right here. And Coach Marakovic for Poland going to take that, I believe, that last timeout for the Bulldogs. 22.8 seconds left here in this game. So we'll either be looking at Poland's last possession or we'll be looking at overtime.
Great flex, 44 scissors.
Works every time.
It works every time, I'm telling you.
I'm sure we can translate that to lacrosse somehow or another.
Got to be a way. I've got to get that drawn out and work on it.
And of course, I want to remind you, coming up this Saturday, as always, at 9 a.m., Saturday Morning Sports Page with Pat Lucia and Dave Clark. Had a few guest co-hosts recently as Dave Clark has been recovering from a little bit of a procedure. Seems to be doing well, though.
So Dave will be back Saturday?
That's questionable.
Okay.
So
because I was told I'm on deck.
Well,
I don't know why they have me. I don't understand it. I think it's to fill some time.
Who does that?
I do, I guess.
So Dave Clark, obviously, if you listen to us at any point in time, the partner for Mark Means during the high school football season and the minor league football season as we get ready to play the last 22 seconds here. And the clock's going to start now. Eaton with the ball. He'll try to get past Billick. Eaton loses the ball. Still on the turf. Almost picked up by Thomas. Ball still loose. Thomas going to do a somersault. It's going to be It's going to be picked up and a score by Parker Allquest. Allquest scores with 6 seconds left in the game. And turnovers cost the Bulldogs. They take a 4-3 lead over Poland.
Can't let that happen. Turnovers, we've talked about it all year. And they've played so well today. I mean, but you got to play with all zeros with, you got 6 seconds.
So 6 seconds left here in this game. Draw at midfield, ball loose now. Still loose there. Malus couldn't find it. He's going to scoop this one into the offensive zone, but we're going to run out of time here at Bob Dove Field in Canfield, where the Cardinals, they score 3 unanswered goals. They come back to get the 4-3 win over Poland. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll give you a scoring recap, talk a little bit more about lacrosse, maybe a little bit more about football, and wrap it up from here in Canfield. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown, Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Back here one last time in Canfield as the Cardinals get the 4-3 win over the Poland Bulldogs. Scoring went like this. It would be Canfield getting on the board first in the first quarter, followed by 2 Poland goals by Mold and Cook. And in the second quarter, it'd be Cole Eaton that would add 1 more on for the Bulldogs. They would go into half with a 3-1 lead. And then in the second half, it would be Canfield scoring 3 unanswered goals. The last coming at 6 seconds of the fourth quarter. Goal by Parker Allquest gives Canfield the 4-3 lead. And, Coach, you really can't complain about the game overall. If you paid to get in, you got your money's worth. And certainly we saw some great things, but some of those old habits kind of rearing its ugly head right there at the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, turnovers. That's the worst thing that you could have in this game, especially when you had no defense that was back there. Turnover, I mean, it was just an easy goal. And overall, very, very much to improve. This is going to be building the program again. I know the coach is going to be very, very upset with him, with his team and his play. But overall, you got to be real positive with this. We've all had bad games. We've all lost games with seconds to go. But you got to give these kids credit, man. I mean, they were in this game the whole time. They did an outstanding job. It just didn't. The ball just didn't bounce their way, and
literally.
So I mean, it's going to hurt. Because obviously, Poland and Canfield, the rivalry at 224, I don't care if it's football, baseball, basketball, lacrosse, it means a lot to a kid. Again, being a Cheney guy, when you go in to play fetch and be around those guys and coach and be on the sidelines, and I was never a player as far as at the high school level, I mean, it gets to you, even as a coach. I mean, you lose to your rival. It eats you for a year. Believe me, for 1 year. You mark that calendar and say, we got to have it ready for this date.
Yeah, certainly, Poland will have to wait till next year. Only 1 game left in the regular season. They'll take on Cardinal Mooney coming up next week. Stay tuned to our social media for that one. And, of course, we have plenty coming up here in terms of live sports. On May 11th, May 18th, we make 2 trips to Michigan as the Cleveland Cobras will get the minor league football season underway here on Western Reserve Radio on the iMedia1 network. And we will have a doubleheader on May 11th, actually, as the Mahoning Valley Federals will make their debut on the iMedia1 network. So after a fantastic game here in Canfield, the Cardinals, they get the 3-2 win, and the Poland Bulldogs fall to 4-7. Canfield will improve to 9-3. So for the coach, Bob Gessler, for Justine Carney, Dave Ferris back in Gessler Propane Studio, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us again here for high school lacrosse, and certainly we hope you join us for the last game of the season as we wrap it up against the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals from Pavlansky Field in Poland. That game coming up on May 7th. So again, for everybody here at the iMedia1 network, thanks for joining us, and we hope that you have a fantastic night.
Good night, all.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.